Making art, in more ways than one, is about communication.
Fact.
And the only way to know if what you're communicating is being received is through getting feedback. Whenever we make something, a video, a painting, a piece of music, we always have more information, more context, more background than our audience. Things that look completely normal to us can be very jarring to a cold audience. To create anything effective, we need to have an idea where our target audience is at. Now, whether or not we choose to play to them where they are at or to subvert that is something else entirely. But the way to know where they are and to learn what the gap is between what we are trying to say and what they are getting is through asking for feedback.
He ain't lying.
In this video, I'll walk you through how to ask for feedback and how to give it gracefully when asked. I'm only familiar with giving feedback on writing and videos, so that's what I'll focus on. Before you ask anyone for feedback, first you have to be honest with yourself with what you are looking for. Are you looking for them to point out what's not working for them? Or are you looking for validation so you can keep going? There is no shame in just wanting to hear, "Good job," so you can continue working on the project. Nothing is harder than giving feedback to someone who just says, "Tell me what you think." So here are some examples of specific questions you can ask. Does the relationship between these two characters seem believable? Do you find the ending satisfying? Does the transition between this scene and that scene work? What parts do you find confusing? The work can't be for everyone, so of course you need to find the right people to ask feedback from.
True that.
For example, don't ask your friend who's into heavy metal music to give you feedback on your folk song. They're not your target audience. Unless of course they're also into folk music, then. I have a natural inclination to defending my work as soon as I hear something negative about it. But what I find to be helpful is writing down the feedback even if I disagree with it. And when I come back to it a day or two later, I'm always surprised at how much more receptive I am to it. And finally, always say thank you, even if the feedback is not useful, because someone took the time to read, listen, or watch your work. They paid attention, they took notes, not to mention all the emotional labor that goes into trying to decide how to phrase the things just right so the feedback doesn't seem like an attack. It's a lot of hard work, and the least you can do is acknowledge that and say thank you. This doesn't mean that you should lie, but it means that you should consider that the work of creation is hard work, and that you are giving feedback to a person. There's an essay by Gilbert about how she'll never say yes when someone asks if they can be brutally honest with her. Because, she says, you can be honest without being brutal about it. If the person asking you for feedback has already given you parameters, excellent, follow that. If on the other hand, they haven't, what you need to do is ask questions. Assume that you don't have enough information. So ask questions about things that you find confusing, the things that you find unclear, the things that you will need more clarification on. I usually read or watch the work at least twice. The first time, I read through or watch to get the lay of the land, so to speak. And then I watch or read again with a pen and paper in hand and take notes on things that are working or not working. And also write any questions that I may have. Instead of writing a long email, I prefer to just jump on a 20 or 30-minute call to discuss the work. I'll ask what they're trying to say in general and then tell them what I'm getting from them. It's usually faster, and also given that we can hear each other's voices, it's easier to detect tone, and thus less likely for things to be misconstrued. Exactly. There's this thing I heard from Gaiman about how If someone tells you that something about your story isn't working, they're almost always right. But if they tell you exactly how to fix it, they're almost always wrong.
It's true.
And that's that. So, did you find these tips useful? Do you think I should have had more examples? Is there anything that you think is missing? Leave your feedback in the comments down below.
Okay, do it.
Thank you for watching. And if you're looking to get more ideas to create new things you can ask feedback on, check out my video about how to get more creative ideas.